Greetings, Skyfarers, and welcome to another episode. Oh, hold on, wait. What's Sunless, guys? I'm Cobalt Thorium. Hold on one second, let me check my inventory. It's been a little while since I played this. Don't leave. So I went through here and I opened up all of our different quests that are still in the Reach. And I think that the one that we're doing is Lustrum, the Mountain Beckons. On the way out, I think we're going to try to do the Learning the Rats Brigade, because that only requires us to go down to Magdalene's. And by the time we get down to Lustrum, our tower might be high enough to actually warrant that too. So that's kind of the plan. They say bring a pane of stained glass, crate of munition, and some bronze wood. Yes, we do have that. Okay, let's go. Nope. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, man, I suck. That's what happens when I don't play this game for a very long time. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit intimidated by this game. Like, I feel like we've accomplished so much, and yet we're still so weak. At some point, I think we're going to have to upgrade our... Oh, here we go. What is this? At some point, we're going to have to upgrade our engine, because in the Blue Kingdom, we're going to get destroyed. Alright, we do need to... I thought we had a quest from the the Lead Eater and Stainrod's Nature Reserve for some lichen, but I don't see it in here. Okay, so supplies, terror, study, harvest. So fuel, food, reduce terror. Let's try it. Alright. Observations. It does not respond to movement, heat, or light. It does, however, seem inclined towards sound. We've read that before. Moving on. Alright, so heading on out. What was I talking about before? Oh yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit intimidated. I feel like we are not evolving fast enough. That's what I feel like. And I feel the Blue Kingdom, the call of the Blue Kingdom getting stronger. Like, I feel like we're gonna be going down there pretty soon and much more regularly. That's worrying me. It's actually making me not want to play. It's not that I don't want to play, it's that yeah, I'm just... Oof. That hurt. Let's decide which way to go. Right through. Alright. Yeah, I think we should probably do the repairs. What is this? Does that mean that we could lose crew? Alright. Hide of the Beast. The Liberator's plating was recently cored from a vast bronzewood. It is pitted and scarred, but it gleams. Your crew set to work, sawing it into manageable pieces to fill the gaps in your own armor. Alright. That's another headlight over there. There's probably more ships to be had. guy was easy. Oh yeah, we want the stomach for the nature reserve. So the Cantankerite are lumbering, half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost anything. The corpse of the Cantankerite has been neatly sheared, creating a clear cross-section of its internal arrangements. That's kind of cool. It's like one of those museum pieces where they take the cadavers and color the organs and then, like, slice open pieces of them. That really weird art exhibit. Alright, retrieve the stomach. Phlegmatic researcher in the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve feels this would aid his research. You'd better be right. Short straws. Its shell is too tough to crack, but it is large enough to crawl into, and what the unlucky winner of is an impromptu lottery. Wait, is it let's try this again. And that's what the unlucky winner of the impromptu lottery is obliged to do. They're given a knife and a sou'wester to cover their sky suit and crawl inside. They emerge later, dripping, cursing, and clutching the withered knot of a stomach. Ew. Think you're a good guy, right? Don't shoot at me. We're friends, aren't we? You can always escort me down here. There's gonna be some scribe spinsters and maybe a couple tackities. Where'd she go? There she is. Experience out of this, I suppose. Oh no, here we have a spinster's pen. Phlegmatic researcher in the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve sees some scientific value in it. A crew member is sent out to retrieve the object and is gone for some time for their task. Evidently, the spinster's grip on its in its death is exceedingly tight, and her fingers must be hewn off to retrieve it. Experiment sanctioned by the company, you've collected a pen. A scribe spinster for the phlegmatic researcher. Oh, magnanimous. Bop. Let's try it. So this is the wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something lies within. Enter through the shattered windscreens. The steel of its chassis is mangled, but the bridge appears largely intact behind its broken windows. You don your sky suit. Your driver pulls your locomotive along the wreck, close enough for you to leap from one to the other. The floor of the bridge is carpeted with glass fragments. It shines like stars in your lamplight and tinkles. Bells when your boots brush against it. A sky chest nailed to the floor at the back of the bridge yields to your efforts. Could it be? A marked box. Fragile contents. Do not shake, upend, or discommode. I'm gonna say it's probably explosives. Oh no, it's a pane of glass. Alright. After much careful maneuvering and whispering curses, the box is opened. A chorus of oohs and ahs runs through your crew as the panes of starlight-stained glass emerge. A careful hand has rendered the sights of the high wilderness into articulated swirls of colored glass. There's a lot of stuff here. Alright, a lot of supplies. And we could get a, what do they call them? Caged catch in here? Maybe a otherworldly artifact? Our chances are good. Let's go. Ah, just souls? It's kind of lame. We lost 2 supplies out of it. I thought we'd only lose 1. Alright, well, whatever. After a day of hard labor, your diggers break into a sealed vault. It holds a wealth of glass vessels, each containing a soul. They are clearly inhuman, many-limbed and protean. Not of noticeably superior quality than that of a chimney sweep or a poet. You order them taken aboard. I'm not sure that was really worth it. Did look like there was something else over here. No, maybe it was just that. Well, our terror is getting terrible. It's not all bad. We will go to Magdalene's on the way back. Sure, we'll get some terror reduction as well. We're down here sipping on some tea. The vagabond puffs his pipe. Last time I climbed that mountain, I left 4 toes behind. The Madre of Mountains. Alright. An opportunity nectar for auction at Lustrum. Lustrum is home to a single rancorous auction house, held in the back room of the Hanged Man on the occasional Wednesday. Nectar for auction at Lustrum. Lustrum is okay, yeah. With these grimy confines, miners and factory owners rub shoulders, salivating at the bit at the curious, oddities, and occasional bargain that the lugubrious auctioneers puts before them. Asking how the auction house comes by the goods in such quantities, however, will earn you a one-way ticket to a small pit in a cold field at the foot of the mountain. Some things are best left unspoken. Alright. So it's going to cost me for 5? 450? It's only 5. Not worth 450. Wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. Bid cautiously, you'll risk a little and perhaps gain a lot. This is a safer route, but likely to result in up to 5 gourds of chorister nectar. I feel like those are worth 450 bucks. Bid cautiously. Bid extravagantly. Rescue route may yield up to 7. I'm not gonna do this. Um. Alright, joining the celebration. What does this do? Oh, hey, it reduced our terror. A rousing chorus. Cheers rise to the mountain and its bounty of hours, until the soft panpipe sounds fade and the back-breaking work of the mining must begin again. Sorry, I totally misread that. The cadence was way off. I've actually got a bit of a headache. Enough complaining. After another drink or two, of course, something to ward off the chill of the cold mountain slopes. Your terror has fallen. Man, I really botched that one, but I think we've read it before, so. Alright, let us do the port report, yes, for sure. I think we've read that before. Go to the Windward Company. It's probably, yeah, it's closed off, so that's the same as before. Where do we bring our glass and stuff? Was that the tea shop? Let's go. Alright, here it is. Bring Melazine? Melazine. Her components. She waits eagerly for her supplies. Her gunpowder-stained fingers twitch at the possibilities. Science in action. Melazine disappears into her workshop for a few hours while you sit and sample her finest teas. On the house, of course. She returns, clutching a spike-covered bronze contraption, housing and pushing light through the ambiguous shard. Okay. Artifacts of the red science have resonance, obviously. We can track them with this, probably. So long as the shard doesn't explode. That's unlikely, though. Fairly unlikely. Well, nothing ventured. I'll meet you on the mountain. Alright. I don't know if I trust you. Well, we'll enjoy a nice cuppa. If we can knock down this terror a little bit. Oh, interesting. So this one is Albion, Eleutheria, Blue Kingdom. Let's go with the looks like tea with the occasional sparkle. I'm gonna try the Eleutherian Gold again. A single sip, and you feel slightly dizzy. 2 sips, and you struggle to find your legs. Sense of pleasurably disconnected bonhomie. I don't know. I don't know that word. Lingers for a few hours. Alright. Up. I think all this is probably the same. Seems the same. So she said that she wanted to meet us on the mountain. Where exactly does she want us to go? Where's her quest? We to the Mother Mountains. Oh, now explore the Sunken caves with Melazine. Here we go. No path leads up to the peak, but with a sturdy stick and a stubborn attitude, you may be able to forge one. You only have a couple of supplies left. What's that? get this a little bit higher up to some healthier numbers. Alright, we got some tear out of it. Almost impossible climb. Snow is deeper than expected, and the cliffs in your way, both taller and more treacherous than you can handle. You reach for a rocky handhold. It crumbles under your hand. Luckily, a snowdrift not too far below catches your fall. Lying winded in the snow, you give up. The mountain is victorious for today. You retrace your already fading footprints to Lustrum, where the fireplaces are always burning. Let's give it another try. Yeah. A long, challenging hike. The snow is deep, and much of the mountain demands scaling cliffsides and clambering across treacherous ledges. There is no way to tell how long the climb is. Eventually, you claw up onto a ledge near the peak and sit, exhausted. The air is too thin to keep going, even if you had any strength left. Oh man, that costs a lot of supplies. This is as close as you can get to the peak. The air is thin, but the view is majestic. From here, the reach stretches out before you in endless waves of purple and violet, occasionally broken by a flicker of gold deep in the clouds. Far below, Lustrum is little, but a small yellow glow on the blanket of winter. You can explore the singing caves with Melusine. A small pedal-powered flying machine cools off behind her. It's too bad you couldn't have brought us with that thing. Jeez, so inconsiderate. Certainly a faster way to ascend the mountain. Probably not a safer one. Alright, well, if that's the case. The deeper caves. Some of these caves appear natural, winding with no apparent destination or design. Others appear hand-carved, albeit with deep slashes, which suggests that those hands came with extremely unpleasant claws. Melusine follows close behind you, carrying a purple-flamed Archer's lamp, along with a little bronze device containing the ambiguous shard. She swings around the air. In response, it occasionally makes a click sound. These caves descend deep into the Mother Mountains. The occasional breath of wind from outside echoes as light whistling. Your stride booms like a drumbeat. Melusine's awkward footsteps are practically a whole percussion section. Deep in the mountain, light pours through a crack in the wall. Your skin crawls at its touch. Looking down, you pull away at once. The writhing ceases. Like, are there snakes at our feet or something? The light in the mountain. The crack opens onto a large cavern where the world has been torn open. The wound casts the light, and the walls writhe at its touch. You lead the way, stepping through quietly. Melusine follows close behind, silencing the hum in her strange device. Shriveled creatures hang from the ceiling in tattered cloaks and cradles of iron and bronze. Polished mirrors and glass lenses arranged around the bright light focus concentrated beams on each of the creatures. They twitch occasionally, but are otherwise immobile. Another of their kind, the one the people of Lustrum call Mr. Pennies, moves between them in awkward, jolting steps. It salts their lips with ours and shuffles on. The light flickers just for a moment, but apparently a moment too long. A creature shivers and screams In its death throes, it drops something it had clutched to its chest. A statue of sorts. Its last scream echoes through the mountain's tunnels. A piercing screech that cuts to your bone. Somewhere far above, it emerges from the mountain as beautiful music. Huh. I don't really know what to make of that. Mr. Penny's goes about its strange routine in the writhing light. It spreads hours from a small pot between its various charges. In apparent exchange for the treasures at their feet, each holds their most precious treasure tight to their chitinous chests, relics of distant worlds, the tears of dead sons, the final evidence of great shames. Wow, okay, this is pretty dramatic. Okay, we can examine the wound in space. It's unclear if the array of bronze and glass is causing it or merely channeling its light. Penny's is far enough away, could get a closer look. Or he could make her presence known. Mr. Penny seemed amiable enough down in Lustrum town. We attempt to sabotage the array. Whatever this is shouldn't be. We attempt to slip away. Nothing good can come of this kind of thing. Ah. Oh, jeez. Well, let's gather more information first. Science of treason. I think the light is keeping those creatures alive, whispers Melusine. Remember what I said? Light is law. Usually. Science is... it lets you rewrite the rules. All of them. Even death. Look, I don't think it's working. Maybe something's gone wrong. Maybe it never worked properly. I wish I could play with it. I'm not entirely sure about how to play this. I think the most interesting thing to do would be to try to destroy the array. At the same time, he did seem pretty nice. These seem antithetical to each other, like you can choose one or the other. Monster that was Mr. Penny's moves too fast to see clearly. Scabbed bat wings unfurl. Its cloak falls back to reveal the register's teeth, fury, torn velvet. You can hold your ground. Melusine dives for cover. You do not. You can attack, posturing it for those without the will to actually fight. Or you can flee. You must get away from the monster. I'll try to call his bluff. The beast's wings rattle the mirrors of the array. His teeth glitter in front of you. You fold your arms and wait. Confused, the monster lowers its wings and raises its hood back over its terrible teeth. You, gasps. No threat. Nothing meant. Quiet, please, yes? Okay, that's what I thought would happen. Okay, so here's our changes. We can talk to Mr. Penny's. It busies itself with work, watching you suspiciously, and Melusine, with the look of a china shop owner witnessing the arrival of a particularly large bull. We could check on Melusine. She seems to have filled half a notebook already. We could steal some of the treasures. Mr. Penny's is occupied. Some of the creature's treasures are almost within reach. You could leave Mr. Penny's lair. You've spent enough time here. Or you could attempt to sabotage the array. This abominable experiment must end. I don't think that we know enough about it to say for sure that it is in fact abominable. I mean, he really seems like a curator. We've met plenty of curators. Alright, yeah, we'll talk to Mr. Penny's. Our kind lives long. Much time for mistakes. Blessed place on chain. Means mistakes can be mighty. Mr. Penny's salts its own monstrous lips with ours. These, the oldest of us, oldest not willing to die, come here to prolong life. Too much fear from the darkness, stories, things on the river with chains and thorns. They choose agony of torpor over chance of consequences. This one did things too. Now sworn to protect elders, penance. Maybe one day can find forgiveness. Until then, must stay and watch. Okay. So we can ask about the creature's treasures. They clutch some tight. Others sit discarded on the floor under their heads. Or we could ask about the light array. Mr. Penny's doesn't look like a scientific genius. Well, I think that we already know what happens here, because you trade hours for otherworldly artifacts, and these are the otherworldly artifacts. But we'll talk about it anyway. Most important memory of life. We'll only let go after final breath. Smaller ones. They do not matter so much. Sell for hours in town. Hours keep flames of life glowing a while, not burning. Not enough wick for fire. Not anymore. But enough for existence. Enough to keep holding on. Alright, we'll go back to, and we'll ask about the light array. Beyond skill to fix. Bought in trade centuries ago. Filtered light of judgment. Filtered out laws of death. Worked. But now, need alternative. Discovered hours more reliable, but temporary. Need more, always more. Alright. That sounds about right. I think we'll check in on Melusine. Distracted. So, if that light is that glyph, she glances up. I could study this for a lifetime and not understand how all of it works. I mean, I'm not going to. Not much use having immortality if it means sitting around in a cave forever. Also, it's cold. Still, I wonder if old Penny's would mind if I came back here later. Oh, excuse me. I could bring my coat and my clarinet. The acoustics in here are incredible. I have no idea what to do here. Feels like something should be able to be done. And we could try to wreck the array, but I actually kind of feel bad for Mr. Penny's and his people. I'd like to help them fix the array, but I don't know how. Certainly not going to try to steal any treasure. Guess we're out of here. Mr. Pennies waits by the cave entrance. You not tell people below, yes, please? Agree to keep it secret. Mr. Pennies doesn't appear to be doing any harm. Bargain to keep it secret. The people of Lustrum could do a lot with this treasure. Perhaps they would pay to know how to reach it. Or you could refuse to promise. You will not be bound to agreement by such a creature as this. We're certainly not going to do anything that'll enrich Lustrum. This is the capital of the enemy. I don't know, I kind of like Mr. Pennies. I'm going to agree to keep it secret. With thanks, Mr. Pennies croaks. It looks around for the nearest suitable gift. The still warm treasure dropped by its most recent failure. It passes it into your hands. Go without me, calls Melusine. I'll find my own way back later. Mr. Penny shrugs with apparent ambivalence as you leave them both to their work. Wait, we got a searing enigma out of it. Jeez, that's pretty good stuff. Alright. I mean, what else is there to do here? So we've done that. Done this. We're not really doing the claims thing, I don't think. Murgatroyds, I wonder what happens when we go in here. She's not here, though. She's not here. Alright, well, whatever. Return to the shop. Return to town. So that's Murgatroyds. Go to the Hanged Man. What was that? Me too. Let's listen to gossip about the mountain. No change. Those newcomers reckon they've got it made, digging in the mud. Don't realize the geodes its gold, do they? Hardens the muck. If you're not breaking your back, then you're not doing it right. Serves 'em right, thinking a claim just out of town is gonna pay out. Alright, well, we won't do that. Well, here's Mr. Pennies. I like Mr. Pennies. Alright, well, that might be it for here. We have to restock with our food stuff again, I think. And I suppose we go to the bazaar. So we got some forester nectar. Oh, that if these are 100 each, then that means that these are actually cheaper than I thought. So 5, or you could get 7. I don't understand why bidding extravagantly would make us less likely to win. You'd think that bidding extravagantly would make you more likely to win, right? Because you'd be outbidding people. If you bid cautiously, you're bidding closer to, like, it's the price you think it's worth. So I don't understand why this is 40 and this is 30. It should be like 40 and 50. And do we lose it if we don't win the bid? Because that doesn't make sense. Give it a try. We'll go for cautious. Why did we lose money? Oh, I guess we get 3. Okay. brave attempt. You are outrageously outbid by an infamous Lustrum claim holder who offers not gold, but nondescript favors for his fellow miners. Shockingly, the lugubrious auctioneer allows this to proceed. As you carry away the few small items you are able to secure, you spot the scoundrel trading handshakes with a much thinner, more ragged, and worn miners. He smiles with all his silver teeth as you pass. And we still got him for better price than we can get him at the bazaar. Grab a couple. Alright, let's head out. So the goal now is to go up to Magdalene's. I'm going to try to go through here and clear this little area here, and then we'll go up this way. Hopefully we won't run into that curator, which sometimes hangs out around here, I think. But we'll see. That's just a rock. Never mind. Uh-oh. Die. You horrible tackities. Alright, we got fuel, we got supplies. This is great. What remains? The hold contains lean pickings. The Liberator must have been nearing the end of its tour, bound for Lustrum to restock and supply. You gather what you can and return to your engine. It was a good battle. We like that one. Just mining rock? I guess so. Let's see what we find. Yeah. Not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna go a little bit down here and just make sure that this section is cleared. Alright. Whoa. Let's go and get for... Yeah, let's get some good stuff here. Nice. Okay, specimen. That's what we want. Alright. Remove a couple tackities from the skies. This is good. In fact, we have enough for a map, I think. I think it costs 10. Maps are good. They're hard to find. I think we're down to like 2 or something. This is probably going to trigger some guests. Donda. Alright, that's a pretty good chance. Let's do it. I'm more interested in getting... I want to get more either condemned experiments or those specimens, whatever those things are called. So they're more likely to be in the captain's quarters, I would think. Ooh, an otherworldly artifact. We'll take that. Your party efficiently and thoroughly turns the cabin over, throwing everything of use into a frost-cracking bed sheet to be examined in better circumstances. Then you hurry back to your locomotive, time to watch the wreck crack, split, and spill its remains and secrets into the sky. What is that? Is there actually a curator over there? Yeah, let's not screw with that thing. We don't need a curator egg that badly. So one thing that I think we have to get a whole lot of is bronze wood. We might have to make several trips to Trader's Wood. Oh, what is this? A disturbance in the night. You wake suddenly, your candles have burned low, and your eyes are still heavy with sleep. You are alone in your cabin. The winds of the wilderness howl outside. You can feel the motion of the engine below you, but something isn't right. All the scent of burning. It's not something cooking, and the alarm hasn't been sounded. Could it be? You follow the scent of smoldering past the galley and up into the bridge. A fire roars in an impromptu pit. A group of your engineers are arguing about the best way to distribute the coal. Someone is roasting marshmallow. What? You could join them. It'd be good for morale, probably. You could put a stop to this. You shouldn't waste fuel. Or you could let them be. Your crew could use a break. Well, I mean, this sounds kind of dangerous. Have like an open fire on a ship. Regardless of the fuel. You roar and remonstrate. How, you ask despairingly, despairingly, can you have employed so many fools? How many hands does it take to render an engine adrift in an uncaring sky? This many. No one meets your gaze. I think that was probably the right decision. It's only 5 terror. We're on our way to Magdalene's anyway. I like the music around Magdalene's too. They have this kind of like... Why is that thing going? Whoa, what is this? Alright, we need to bring our colony of ants aboard for the phlegmatic researcher. A few shovelfuls of dirt, nice glass tank, and you've thousands of the crawlers to bring him. With the hold. Yep. Yep, come on. Alright, bunch of money, that's fine. A little hard to fly in the storm, but we'll make it. Oh no, we won't. Crashed a little. There we go. Actually, I think I hear battle. Alright, we have no nightmares, so that's fine. Let's go to the keepsake market first. 50. What is that? Diary of another Skyfarer. Full of dark secrets and a sinful life. Alright, I'm curious. It's just a savage secret? That's not worth it. Sold! Nurses hand over your new purchase, warning you not to tell anyone where you found it. They add, there will likely be more offers like this very soon. Let's treat the tower. What do we have a ton of? 20. 56. 17. 29. Okay, the obvious one is to go for this. I'll have to do 2 of them. We'll go for the past. And we'll do it again. And we'll go for boring individual. There we got no terror. That's great. We have no nightmares, so that's not a biggie. Here we go. Oh, we should definitely write a port report while we're here. Don't forget that, ever. Let's do Vivian's Rat Brigade. Get Vivian's help for the Rat Brigade. Oh, it's not Vivian, it's Vianne. Vianne, maybe. Vianne is stationed in the Scarlet Chambers of Solace. She sighs when she sees the Rat Brigade. I know what you're here for. Plans in the making. Vianne indicates that she wishes to speak with her old colleagues in private. They form a huddle, but their vigorous squeaking allows you to gather the gist. Vianne wants a promise that none of the proceeds would be used to finance the recruitment of more rats to the brigade. Cinders agrees to the terms instantly. Vianne pops her head up to address you. I'll show you where to deliver the experiment, and we can get on. Learning about the Rat Brigade, you have another member of the Great Brigade. Talk to the rats to continue. Vianne is aboard. You've lost one condemned experiment. Oh. I don't have many of those, do I? I probably should check that beforehand. Alright, let's go through these and just see if any of these changed. Nope, that's the same. I think that's the same. It's probably the same. I think these are all the same. Yeah. Alright, well, I think we should probably wrap up this episode here. Actually, you know what I want to do is I kind of want to go and check out this fight. And then we'll wrap up the episode. Because if our brothers here need help against some Tackities, we should help them. Nice. Nice. Go ahead and fire your shot. Don't shoot me, though. Why? So that looks like it's a bug in the game. No, we don't want to attack these. Fuels, supplies, or gunnery. Let's go for gunnery. Nice. You retrieve as many shells as you can before the smoke drives you back to your engine. Fire flickers in the corridors behind you. And this was, you lead a boarding party into the Liberator's husk. The air is gray with fumes, and you can hear the approaching roar and crackle of fire. You'll need to choose your objective quickly. So it seems to me that these things need a target to whoa! They need a target to discharge their firearm. There's no way to stop once it starts charging, which is a terrible idea. Alright. I said I was going to wrap this up here, but maybe we should head back to New Winchester and wrap it up there. So, I think we're running low on stuff to do here. There's some stuff we have to do at Corellan. Oh, let's just take a peek at this. So I expanded out everything that we have to do. Oh, we have to talk to the Rat Brigade too while we're here. So we have this here. A phlegmatic researcher, particular malady. Oh, all we have to do is bring munitions. I mean, you should do that. So we have this. We have phlegmatic researcher study into a particular malady. Winchester War spies at Trader's Wood. Then we have learning about the Rat Brigade. Assisting a penitent ape. And then there's something we had to bring by Port Prosper. I think it's this. Yeah. Alright. It's a few different things. Everything's sort of in its own spot, though. What I want to do is, spies at Winchester's Wood, at Trader's Wood, rather. Winchester War, spies in Trader's Wood. I want to get some bronze wood while we're there. Hop on over to Port Prosper, so we'll take care of that one. And this one at the same time. Although I suppose I could always just deposit bronzewood into the bank. That might be the better path. Even so, I'd like to do like 2 of them at a time. So, what's close by? I do Leadbeater and Corellan. I think the other 2 are Port Prosper and Trader's Wood. This sells bronzewood too, though. We do need to get a port report from Polmere and Plenty's to bring back to the Royal Society as well. Alright, so I guess in the next episode maybe we'll Maybe we'll do the Trader's Wood one. Go up there, grab a whole bunch of bronze wood, do that quest. Oh, we should talk to the Rat Brigade then. Oya, rats! Speak to the Rat Brigade. Is that all that the parts of the account number that... Is that all the parts of the account number that they need? No. Petrona explains the situation while she empties the chambers of Cinder's Derringer for polishing. So that lieutenant, what chivied us up the back at the critical juncture in return for a cushy position at the Windward Company, right? Yeah, Sarge gave him a number too. Didn't know he was a bad 'un. Any road, the lieutenant's got a plum office at Port Prosper. We are gonna have to get in, get his number, and get out, preferably without doing him in along the way. Learning about the Rat Brigade, travel to Port Prosper, and infiltrate the Windward Company factory. I don't like that. I don't want to anger them. But whatever, it's part of the quest. Suppose we could also hear the end of Sarge's story from Petronella and Albrecht. What happened on that last mission? Past unburied. He's brought wine. She's brought scotch. It would have worked, Albrecht says mournfully, but the lieutenant had taken a contract of his own. We's a Windward Company. First we know of it was when the company fired on their own engine. The governor was already well on another locomotive. Sarge went down first, bellowing for the rest of us to scamper. The bloody Petronella adds. Next thing we know of, half of us are dead. The lieutenant's got a fancy new title with the Windward Company. Okay. Got a nice little heist going here. And that's a repeat. So we'll keep going now. The Duluth. Boo. Alright, oh wow, we lost a crew member and got a bunch of terror. It's not so good. Other one. Yay, gossip. I suppose we could drop off our port reports while we're here, too. Just head on up, drop off the port reports, It's New Winchester, and then I think we'll wrap up the episode, and in the next episode we'll go ahead and do that Trader's Wood run. Gather a bunch of bronze wood while we're up there, complete the quest. I don't like how high our terror is right now, but maybe we could stop in at Avon while we're on our way and join a cricket game or something like that to lower our terror. Could have just done that. I could have just dropped off the port report so that you'd have to go up this way. Oh well. Yes. 3? Okay. Now, let's grab a couple ministry stamp permits while we're here. Alright. 2 is probably good. Get out of here. Head to Winchester. And that'll be that. Alright, good stuff. Well, I think that that'll be it, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode. New episodes every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.